I'm going live. Give me just a few minutes to set it up.
Caption for today is workers' compensation. Conquering the exam, workers' compensation.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm. All right, all right. Okay, perfect. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Welcome to another session of Conquering the Insurance Exam. My name is Baruch Pilcher. I'm also here with my mother, Tanya Scott Pilcher. I am also known as the insurance plug, and she is the insurance professor. Okay. What we do basically is help people, help agents be successful in passing your insurance exam. So you could be just like us, insurance brokers who I would say work at their own pace, work at their own beat. Okay. We're insurance brokers. So we're not insurance agents. We're not captive to an insurance company. Um, and that's how we want to live. And that's your option to live like that as well. So we also help people become new agents, new successful agents. Okay. Because starting off in this insurance business is very hard, especially through property and casualty and kind of a little bit through life and health. Um, but other than that, like I said, that's what we do. Today, we're going to be talking about workers' compensation and possibly some other coverages that come with workers' comp. Okay, like maybe E&O and different stuff like that. It just depends on if we have enough time. Okay, but that's going to be our main concentration for today. It's always going to be a practice test at the end of this. Okay, and you want to make sure that we're going through the 5 steps to passing the insurance test. Number 1, which is read the questions, read the answer choices first. All right. Number 2 being once you read the answer choices first, eliminate all the stupid answers. Eliminate all the stupid answers. 3, and this is something that a lot of people struggle with. Okay, I've got text messages and DMs about this, and also trained some people who struggle with this. If the question says accept and not, okay, sometimes you got those questions or all that are true, those type questions. You have to find all the answer choices that are similar. Okay, because that one that's sticking out, that's most likely the answer. Okay, so usually when you get upon those questions, you have to study what is covered, what's also not covered, what is excluded, what's not excluded. Okay, and that might be a way for you to answer those choices better because you got to know both. You got to know both sides. You got to know both sides. Um, Let's see, 4, which of course is remember your terms, and 5, always remember common sense. A lot of times I mix up 4 and 5. I might say 4, common sense, and 5, remember your terms. But hey, as long as you do both of them, you're in good shape. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up on our screen workers comp, and let's go ahead and get started. There's a couple things that we have to know about workers comp. Okay, a couple of these things will be described in the PowerPoint, and a couple of things are kind of going to be, you will have to do your extra research in your studies. Okay, the biggest one that you're going to find out, which is going to be our first slide here when it comes up, is the difference between monopolistic state fund and competitive market. All right. You want to know how are compulsory laws different from elective laws? Okay, there's going to be some stuff in there about the U.S. Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act. There's going to be just I think one specific thing you want to know about that. Um, and of course, the main important thing: what are the 2 main parts of workers' compensation insurance? All right. Just stop right there at that first page after you pull up monopolistic and competitive market. Okay, you need to understand basically what is the purpose of workers' comp? What does it cover? Okay, what are the employee's duties if injury occurs? All right, and how are premiums determined for workers' compensation insurance? That's going to be key. All right, that's going to be key. You have to know that. How are premiums determined? And the real main reason of workers' comp, like I said, is going to be the main two important things you want to learn about this right here. Okay. So the page that we're on is monopolistic versus competitive. Okay. So monopolistic state fund. All right. Employers must purchase WC, need to write down that WC is workers' compensation insurance from a state operated entity. Okay, private insurers cannot write WC workers' comp insurance in competition with these state funds. Okay, is it going to let you put up competitive market? Does it go to the next slide? If not, I'll just tell you what competitive market says. Okay, it goes to the next slide. It's okay, go back. All right, now competitive market. Competitive market workers' compensation coverage is purchased by employers from private insurers authorized to write casualty insurance in this state. Okay. All right. Workers' coverage is purchased by employers from private insurers authorized to write casualty insurance in this state. All right. That's the first thing about competitive market. And then the next thing is coverage and benefits mandated by state regulations. Coverage and benefits mandated by state regulations. All right, let's go to the next part I said that we need to learn, which is compulsory and elective laws. Compulsory, I'm sorry. Does it pull up both on elective? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I got all the notes here. All right, so the first one was is compulsory laws. Requires all employers to provide workers' comp coverage. Requires all employers to provide workers' comp coverage. All right, its exclusions may apply regarding staff size or employment type. And it applies in most states. It only applies in most states. Now, the thing about elective laws, and it can't come up on the screen, so you got to pay attention to this part, okay? You might want to write this down or something, okay? Record me or something, all right? Employers are not subject to state workers' compensation laws. This is under elective laws, okay? Employers are not subject to state workers' compensation laws. That's the first thing. The second thing is employers lose common law defenses against liability suits. I'm gonna read that one more time. Employers loses common law defenses against liability suits. Okay. Like I said, you just want to know the difference between these. Okay. You don't want to be an expert on this. You just want to know those last two things. What's the main thing workers' compensation is for and what determines those rates. Okay. This is just extra information. All right. You're going to see this on your test, maybe answer selections, but you're probably not going to quiz you on this, but you still want to know. Let's go to the next page. We're coming up on workers' compensation benefits here. Okay. Workers' compensation benefits. Like I said, this is the meat of it. This is what this is for. Okay, the purpose of it. All right. So you see here that medical payments is unlimited. We have unlimited medical payments. All right, unlimited medical payments. The disability income. Like I said, the same thing that we talked about last Zoom yesterday. It's all about the loss of wages. The loss of wages. That's the only thing we're worried about here. If I get hurt on the job, how am I going to pay my bills? All right. All right. Then you have vocational training. You need rehab expenses. All right. That's the next thing. You have to get that. All right. And then death benefits for funeral and burial expenses. That also covers weekly income benefits to the surviving spouse and children. That's all I'm really gonna care. That's the purpose of it. That's all the benefits of having workers' compensation. Okay, let's go to the next page. This next page is the Federal Employers Liability Act, FELA. Only thing that you really should know on this page, they're probably not going to quiz you too much on this. You're probably not even going to see this on any of your practice tests, neither. But you should just know the abbreviation for this. FELA means Federal Employers Liability Act. It's just know, so let's go through it just a little bit. Like I said, it's not going to be too much on your test, but let's just look at this just in case. All right, so it says Employers Liability Law, not a workers' compensation law. All right, so this is a little different for workers' compensation. This is just employers' liability law. All right, it's for interstate railroad liability for bodily injury sustained by employees. All right, then it says Section 2 of the workers' compensation. That's mainly only covers just Section 2 of workers' comp. All right, covers lost earnings by railroad employees. You're not going to get too much in this thing about railroad employees, but just know that FELA leads to railroad employees. That's basically all you want to know. Okay, compensation for pain and suffering, and also legal action must commence within 3 years. All right, within 3 years. Let's go to the next page. I was talking about a U.S. longshoreman that I was talking about before we started. There's only going to be 1 or 2 things you need to know about this one, okay? 1 or 2 things. The 1 or 2 things are really it's all in that same sentence. That second line right there, where it says must meet a situs and status test. That's basically the main thing you want to know. Now, if you go and look up situs, it's like another certain type of test that they have. Not really important. It's not going to ask you what a situs is, but you do want to know there's 2 types of tests that you have to take. There's a situs test and a status test. You should do your own research and find out what situs means. Okay, I had to do it. You should do it too. All right, like I said, not important for passing your test, but it just helps you understand. Okay, that's really the only thing you want to remember about here. Is on the U.S. Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act. Okay, just must meet the Midas and status test. That's probably all that's going to pop up. Let's go to the next page. The Jones Act. The Jones Act, you're probably not going to even see on your test, really. But just understand, go back 1 slide. I know we're on the Jones Act, but I just want to point out something. You see the U.S. Longshoreman says for persons in maritime employment except for seamen. Okay, so then we go to the next page, go to the next slide. You see that this covers ship crew. This also covers the seamen. So this is the 2 differences. The Jones Act. Okay, the Jones Act. For injuries that occur in navigable waters used for international or interstate commerce. All right. Like I said, FELA, the Jones Act, U.S. Longshoreman is not too much going to be in your test, but hey, it's good to know. Right? Just need to know those couple of things. Workers' compensation coverage parts. Can we pull these up? It's gonna come up. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. 6. Perfect. All right. So part 1 of workers' compensation, it coverages for benefits required by the state workers' compensation law. Okay. Part 1. Part 2 is going to be the employer's liability. This is coverage not provided under the state's workers' compensation law, but it has limits of coverage. Okay, this is just setting up like your almost like your deck pages a little bit, almost like your declaration or your quote page. Okay, and then other state insurance, automatically and temporary coverage for incidental exposures in other states. Was always important. And also you should know, guys, in every subject, in every coverage that we talk about or that you study, you always want to know your duties if an injury or a claim happens or accident happens, I would say. Your duties if an injury or accident happens. You want to know that. I know for a fact There's questions on there. There's something on there that's gonna come up maybe just like this. Notify the insurer. I know there should be something on that test. I should say, what is the best? What is the best thing to do when in an accident? And I know they're gonna have a list of stuff, and every option is gonna sound right. It's one of those questions on there. I remember like it was yesterday. But you have to pick the best answer choice. Okay? So you do need to know the duties if you are in an accident or injured. Okay? So you notify for workers' compensation, you're gonna notify your insurer, send notices, cooperate with insurer, and there's no voluntary payments. All right. This is an important one. This is the one you should write down right now. Part 5. Based on each $100 of annual payroll. Based on each $100 of annual payroll. That's important. That's important. Like I said, remember what determines the rate, the premium. Okay? Stuff like that matters. All right. And it says the right of insurer to audit insured's books. And of course, your conditions, part 6, inspections. You got to have inspections. It has to be a long-term policy. Assignments. You have to know the difference between cancellations and sole representative. Okay? You have to know those. Well, not have to know though. Just understand what conditions mean. Really. Okay? Just understand what conditions mean. All right. But like I said, the best thing about this page right here is part 5. I know that's going to come up again. Okay. Part 5, the preview. That's important. All right. Let's go to our practice test. Let's go to next page to our practice test. Remember, I said you got to answer these with our steps. So you're going to read the answer choices first. All right. You're going to read the answer choices. Step 2, you're going to eliminate any stupid answer choice, any answer choice that just doesn't make sense. You've never seen it before. You never talked about it in your book. Step 3, if the answer is the question says accept, not, or all but true, depending on what question this is, you're going to find all the answer choices that are similar. Okay, there's 3 answer choices on there that's going to be very, very similar in some way. But that one that's sticking out is most likely the answer. 4 is going to be remember your terms. And 5 is going to be always remember common sense. Common sense. Sometimes we study too hard, and we are so much of a student in insurance that we forget that we got insurance ourselves. Okay? So when you're looking at your practice questions, if there's a possibility where you can apply yourself, apply yourself. Okay, what do I mean by that? If it says Miss Kravis went to the store and bought 3 apples, put yourself in there. Okay, Baruch, my name, Baruch went to the store and bought them. Make it make sense with yourself. What am I going to do when I'm in that situation? Okay, not Miss Kravis. It'll make more sense. All right. So sometimes you got to take that student hat off. That student hat off blocks you sometimes, and it makes you overthink. All right. So let's go ahead and get cracking. Answer choice number 1, with the consent of the insured, with at least 5 days notice, C, at any time, or D, with at least 10 days notice. Oh, somebody looked like they already tried to answer, and she said B. Okay, so according to the conditions of the workers' compensation policy, the insurer has the right to inspect the insured workplace. And she said she said B, with at least 5 days notice. It's a good answer choice. That's a good answer choice. Okay, that's a good choice. But it is not B. It is not B. Does anybody else want to give a try at it? Or do you want to try again? It's not B. So if it's not B, what do you think it might be? It's not B. The answer is C. There you go. Good job. C. At any time. At any time. Okay, so if you don't know that, screenshot this or write it down. According to conditions of the workers' compensation policy, the insurer has the right, okay? The insurer, that means the insurance company, has the right to inspect the insured's workplace at any time. Write that down if you don't know it. All right, let's go to the next question. All right. So we have the employer, regardless of whether it was at fault for the injury or disease. You have the employer, but only if it was at fault for the injury or disease. You have the employee and employer equal shares, and then you have the employee. All right. So I don't see anything that looks stupid or everything kind of makes sense right now. Scan through the question and it doesn't say not or accept. So I'm going straight to 4-5, which is common sense and remember my terms. Okay, so under the workers' compensation system, who is responsible for the expenses resulting from work-related injuries and occupational disease? Who wants to give a try at this one? Under the workers' compensation system, who is responsible for the expenses resulting from work-related injuries and occupational diseases? 10 seconds. Ooh, Lisa. Hey, is that Miss Lisa from another day? Oh, yeah, we got Miss Lisa in here. Lisa says she gonna pass this test. All right, so good job, Miss Lisa. That is A. The answer is A. The employer, regardless of whether it was at fault for the injury or disease. Good job. Good job. The employer, regardless of whether it was at fault for the injury or disease, they're going to cover it. All right, let's go to question number 3. Question number 3, we have retro rating plan, experience rating plan, judgmental rating plan, and manual rating plan. All right. So right now, just looking at everything, I've never seen manual rating plan. I don't even know what that is, me personally. I'm a teacher. Okay, so manual rating plan, that smells fishy. All right, what else smells fishy in here? I've seen retrospect something, experience rating plan, judgmental rating plan. I don't know. I think B and C, experience rating plan and judgmental rating plan, like I said, I've really never seen those things. I really never seen those things. Now, I've seen retrospective before in my book, just doing my studies. So B, C, and D look fishy. All right, so common sense, remember your terms, right? Okay, so let's read. If the premium charged for a particular insurer is increased or decreased for the future period based on the insurer's loss experience for a period in the recent past, the policy uses A. Okay, this is the definition. Like I tell you guys all the time, this test is a vocab test. All you got to do is learn the definitions. And already, like I said, B, C, D looks fishy to me. Okay, actually, no. After looking at it, C and D still look fishy. Okay, but when I read the question, I saw a key word in there, and the key word that I saw in there was experience. Okay, experience based on the insurer's loss experience for a period in the recent past. So I know I was about to get rid of B and about to go to A, but reading the definition, I kind of see that no, I need to keep B. B is a good option. Okay. And actually, to be honest, I'm gonna go with B just because it said the word experience in there. Sometimes these questions, sometimes they like to hide the answer in the question sometimes, and it makes it real easy for you. So you just gotta read it and understand it. Okay. Just gotta read it and understand it. All right. Experience rating plan. Let's go to 4. All right. 4 says Pete works as a roofer. He accidentally falls from a ladder and breaks his arm. After working for an insulation company for 30 years, Joe is diagnosed with mesothelioma, cancer caused from exposure to asbestos. Mesothelioma, I hear that on those commercials all the time. All right. While working in his office, Bill suffers a heart attack, and Jim's hand is caught in a drill press, and one of his fingers is severe. Yikes. All right. Okay. So everything sounds okay. All right. I can't eliminate nothing. I do see knots. So let me go ahead and read, but I know I got to remember my common sense and remember my terms, right? So which of the following would not be compensable under workers' compensation insurance? Not. So that means 3 of these answer choices are somewhat similar, and 1 isn't. Okay? Who thinks that they can find the 3 that is similar? How are they similar? How are they similar? This is workers' comp. This is what not is going to get covered. Okay. All right. Looking at my answer choices. Someone said B. Okay, let's look at this. So it says not. Okay, so reverse it, right? Which would be compensable. Okay, under workers' compensation insurance. Okay, which would be. Now it says Pete works as a roofer. He accidentally falls from a ladder and breaks his arm. So if Pete had workers' compensation, he works as a roofer, as breaks his arm. Hey, that should be covered, right? Okay, that's one. After working for an installation company for 30 years, Joe was diagnosed with mesothelioma. All right, so he was working in an installation company. All right, for 30 years, he was diagnosed with this disease. Workers' compensation covers diseases or work-related stuff. That's B. All right. Now, while working in his office, Bill suffers a heart attack. Well, he was working, but he suffered a heart attack. I don't think heart attacks are covered. Okay. Heart attacks are not covered. And then it said Jim's hand is caught in a drill press and one of his fingers is severe. He was working. He was at a drill press. He got that. Okay. So C, I'm going to go with C because heart attacks. He was working, but he just suffered a heart attack. Okay. And so answer choice that I'm going with is C. Is that the answer? That's what I'm going to choose. Oh, that's okay. Great. All right. Suffers a heart attack. All right. So you see how everything else was talking about someone working for a company or someone working and then they got injured while working. And then this is the one, Bill didn't get injured and Bill didn't have a disease. He had a heart attack. Okay. All right. Only remember, workers' compensation is going to cover injury and diseases. All right. You're on 5. 5. And almost messed up. So it says loading and unloading test. Situs, situs and status test. Marine time and navigable waters test and wharf and pier test. Now we already just saw situs and status test a couple questions ago. So everything else I haven't learned about, haven't seen. I'm really already knowing that it most likely might be B. So let's double check. In order to be covered by the U.S. longshoreman. I don't have to go no further. We just read that a couple slides ago. I don't have to go no further. Okay, this is a time test, guys. So the quicker you can answer these questions, the quicker you can get done, the quicker you can be making some money. Okay, these are time tests. So you want to do what's easiest first. Okay, which is reading those answer choices, seeing something that you recognize, seeing stuff that you don't recognize. Okay, and then go into battle. Okay, once you read the question, it's right there. So I'm gonna go with B, situs and status test. All right, B. Good job, Miss Lisa. Good job. Let's go to 6. Assigned risk plans, competitive state funds, second injury fund program, and self-insurance plans. Okay, all right. I see stuff in here that I kind of recognize. Actually, all these are kind of recognized. Can't eliminate anything. I do see except, so I really got to find what all answer choices are similar some type of way. Also, remember my terms and remember common sense. Okay. Also, too, if you guys want me to go over other coverages like E&Os and different stuff like that, and also the insurance regulations, those last, 15 to 25 questions at the end of the test, drop down in the comment box, okay? If I can't do them tonight, I'll come back tomorrow. But I got to know that y'all want me to do it. So drop in the comment box right now that you want me to come back for tomorrow. I'll do an extra class and go over other coverages and then insurance regulations. Okay, but you gotta let me know. You gotta drop in that comment box. Okay, so I see there's people watching. If you want to see me again tomorrow, same time, to finish giving y'all stuff, remember these lives are recorded. So you would have these for a period of time. So if you can't watch it tomorrow, you can watch it later on in the week. So let us know. Drop down in the comment box if you want me to come back tomorrow. Because if not, I'm just going, hey, day off for me. All right. But hey, question number 6 says, workers' compensation status requires employers to meet capital reserves requirements sufficient to pay any claims that might arise. Employers can meet such obligations through all the following except what? All the following except what? All the following except, okay, so assigned risk plans. I've seen that before, assigned risk plans, right? Competitive state funds, we talked about that. That's one of the slides, right? Competitive, remember we talked about what was that? Elective, it was 4 of them. Monopolistic, competitive, compulsory, and I might be saying that word wrong, and elective. That's the 2 slides we talked about. So I remember competitive state funds. Now, this is one, it's been itching me a little bit. Second injury fund programs. Never heard of that. Never seen that in my book neither. Then you have self-insurance plans, and we all know what self-insurance is. If you just are going to insure yourself, you got it. Hey, it's just gonna pay for it. Self-insurance plans. All right. Other plans are now, I've seen those. So the only one that looks awkward for me is the only one that looks awkward. Now remember, it says employers can meet such obligations through all the following except. So what can the employers meet all obligations through? They can meet all obligations through A, they can meet all obligations through B, and they can also meet all obligations through D. So the answer for this one is C, second injury funds programs. Second injury fund programs. Okay, there you go. 7. Remember, guys, let me know in the comment box if you want more practice tests and you want more info about some other subjects. Even if not, it's other coverages or insurance regulations, the last 25. If you want me to go over homeowners, auto, renters, dwelling, let me know. Drop it down in the box. Drop it down in the box. What subject? What subject are you struggling with? What part are you struggling with? Please let us know. Drop it down. I'll get on here tomorrow and we'll do another little class. We also have 4-hour crash courses. So you could get us for 4 straight hours and we could split it up 2 one day and 2 the next day. Or we can do it all 4 one day. Okay? Crash courses March 9th and 10th and March 16th and 17th, I'm thinking, right? That's what those dates are. Okay. I'm struggling with everything. Perfect. So like I said, we got a crash course. Well, not perfect, but we have a crash course that will help you. Okay. Give us a try. I don't even think our crash course is that much. Okay. But it's definitely going to help. Okay. It's going to help. Just a couple of hours with us is going to help. All right, that's it. That's all we need, just a couple of hours. So if you want us to come back tomorrow and talk about a specific subject, let us know what subject. So right now, I see dwelling and homeowners, okay? In second language, that's the problem. Understand. I had plenty of clients like that as well, that it was a kind of a language barrier or stuff like that, but really what you will benefit off of, I'm just going to take a pause right here and help this person out because she's the only one communicating saying that she needs help. So really where you're going to benefit off of, okay, is really our crash course because the crash course comes with us for 4 hours, okay? We're going to go over the topics, right? And you're going to get practice tests. We have practice tests that comes with our crash course, about maybe 3 or 4 of them, okay? We have the ebook that comes with our crash course. We also have vocabulary words. Remember, this test is basically a vocabulary test. So if you understand what those words mean, you'll pass the test easily. It also comes with, I think, conquering the assurance exam, key facts. So all the facts that you need to know about every subject that there is. Okay. And you have all that stuff that comes with your crash course, plus us for 4 hours. So it's a win-win situation. And I don't even think it costs that much. Go ahead and drop the link in the comments, and let's help. Let's help. We're really serious about this, guys. I'll come on tomorrow. I see that you guys are talking. I see that there's state regulations. I see dwelling. I see homeowners. Okay. So I'll work out this week, okay, to give y'all at least 30 minutes of that. All right. But what I'm going to really suggest to everybody is that you hop into one of our crash courses. Can somebody please, hey mom, can you type in how much the crash courses are down low? Because it's not that much. It's not that much for 4 hours, guys. It's not that much. And that might be all you need. Okay. Now, I do want to say this. Now I'm going to continue. The crash course, if you have not taken the test yet, okay, and you have not taken some type of class, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. If you have not taken the exam, the actual exam yet, and you have not taken a 40-hour pre-licensing class yet, you should not take the crash course. Okay? You should not take the crash course. The crash course is for people who have taken the exam already, all right, and struggling, or for people who's already taken a class and they took maybe a couple of weeks off, maybe a month off, maybe a year off, and they just need to shake some dust off, okay? That's what the crash course is for. For everybody that needs to take some type of course and get very prepared for the test, we're going to suggest our 40-hour pre-licensing, okay? Where you get us for 40 hours and you learn everything you need to know. And in that, shoot, you're going to go and be a part of our 98 passing rate because everybody that done that with us to pass. So you got two options, okay? But like I said, the crash course is not for people who has not taken the exam yet, okay? Or who has not taken a 40-hour pre-licensing class yet. It's only for people who has taken those, okay? So I'm gonna use a sharing definition. Crash course excludes, okay, people who have taken the test, not taken the test, and people who has not taken a 40-hour course, right? No, I took exam and struggled with. Okay, perfect. So you should definitely sign up for our crash course. Our crash course, like she said, is $47 still, and the video is $19. Okay? You can't beat that, guys. You got to invest sometime. You got to put that leg in there. So like I said, crash course is $47. Okay? What that says, replay, great. New York was 96-hour course. Wow. Woo. Yikes. Hey, I'm not doing 96. Okay, I'll give you 40. But that's what all you need is 40. Okay, we'll give you good 40 hours. And I'm so I like to toot my horn a little bit. I'm so smooth with property and casualty and all the coverages and all stuff like that. You're going to learn it way quicker than the 40 hours we're going to use. Okay. Once you actually get the methods, my stories, my experiences, my situations, one-on-one situations, you're gonna have everything like that. Okay. That's why we're 98% passing rate. Go look at our reviews, man. Go look at our reviews. You ain't gotta listen to me. Go look at our reviews. Okay. People have succeeded through us. All right. Where's your place? I'm guessing she might be talking to the other one. But if you are talking to us, we're located in Georgia. Okay, but we help everybody nationwide. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish real quick. All right. A $250 of payroll, $500 of payroll, $1,000 of payroll, $100 of payroll. She said you. We're located in Georgia. We're located in Georgia, but we do everything online. So our crash course is online too. All right, our pre-licensing course is online as well. So it's through Zoom, and you can do a one-on-one, or you could do it with, if you have a group of people, do it with a group of people. You have everything. You'll have everything you need to go pass your exam And then we can move on to the next step, which is making some money, making you a successful agent. All right. So it says work compensation rating is developed by applying a rating bureau job classification rate to each. Okay. See, no. Remember those couple slides before? Okay. Remember those couple slides before? I said premium. You have to write down this definition because premium is important. And under that premium slide, it said $100 of annual payroll. Good job, Miss Lisa. $100 of annual payroll. So after this live ends, go back and listen to it again. Watch it again. Screenshot. Take notes. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question. So we have an intentional act that is caused by the insured, liability to a third party for claims arising out injury to an employee, bodily injury caused by accident when the injury occurs during the policy period, and bodily injury caused by or aggravated by disease during the policy period. All right. So, hey, we read each choice, right? We read each choice. Right now, the only one that seems fishy to me right now, okay? And this is why you gotta read your answer choices. Hold on, before you don't circle excludes yet. The only one that looks crazy to me is A right now, because it's number one, it says an intentional act. An intentional act, right? Read, you have to read, you gotta know what these words mean. Intentional. We know that insurance is for accidents only. Okay? Accidents only. So that looks fishy already. I haven't even read the question yet, guys. But that looks fishy. So let's go ahead and read the question. Employer's liability insurance, part 2 of its standard workers' compensation and EL policy form excludes it excludes an intentional act that is caused by the insured all day long. I didn't have to sit there and go through which one or no and everything. That said intentional act, it gave it away right there. And it said excludes. So that's on top of your except, you're not, you're all true, but so excludes. That's another one. Okay. That's another one they can use. Let's go to the next one. All right, you have factory workers, police officers, teachers, and farm workers. All right, factory workers, police officers, teacher, and farm workers. I'm going straight to Form 5. Common sense, remember my terms. All right, so it says the voluntary compensation endorsement provides statutory coverage for which type of employees? Which type of employees? Hey, Yusuf, how you doing? What's up, man? Which type of employees? Voluntary compensation endorsement provides statutory coverage for which type of employees? The answer is D. Good job, Ms. Lisa. I see you. I said it at the same time I saw it come in. Good job. Farm workers. Okay, farm workers all day long. Farm workers. Good job. Okay, let's go. Last question. All right. The payment of benefits to employees entered in the course of employment. The payment of benefits to employees temporarily unemployed. To provide accident insurance to employees injured either on or off the job. To improve employees' working conditions. What is the primary objective of workers' compensation? I told you guys gotta know this. What I say is always. Now, let me show you another trick. And you should write this down, record me saying this, however you gotta do. Okay? Number one, for me just reading my answer choices, this is another trick. Okay? See, I'm giving you all the tricks. I really should keep this in my 40-hour. I really should keep this in my crash course, but I'm gonna give y'all a little trick. Okay? Here's another little trick. When you're looking at your practice test and even on your exam, Your answer choices, you might have some that are similar. Okay, they must be a couple words out of place. So if you look at answer choice A and you look at answer choice B, you see how both of those are similar? The payment of benefit to employees, the payment of benefit to employees, that has to be looked at first, guys. That has to be looked at first. I just gave y'all a huge gem. Anytime your test question has answer choices that repeat itself, you need to look at that. One of those, you might have already knocked yourself down to 50%. One of those, okay, is the answer. Now, if you got A and B got the same answer choice, and you got C and D got the same answer choice, then hey, you just got to battle it out. You still get yourself down to 50%. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate C and D, and I'm going to go ahead and look at A and B. And I've seen that a couple people put the answer already. And it's A, the payment of benefit to employees injured in the course of employment. Is not going to be B, which is the payment of benefits to employees temporary unemployed. It's not going to be B. Okay. So write that down. The primary objective of workers' compensation is the payment of benefit to employees injured in the course of employment. Okay? Give y'all a couple seconds to write that down. Take a screenshot. And okay, stop sharing the screen. Stop sharing the screen. Stop sharing the screen. That's all you get. All right, that's all you're getting right now. We're going to come back, like I said, tomorrow. I see you guys in here saying what you need help with. I got a mental note. Okay, so I saw so far homeowners, dwelling, and insurance regulations. So I'll pull out some stuff tomorrow to go over. Okay, guys, I need you guys' help. Okay, I need you guys' help because I don't know. We don't know what you need help with. We don't know that anybody needs help. We're just coming on and talking about anything. Okay, you're welcome, Miss Diane. Okay, so you gotta let us know. Please interact with us. Talk in the group. Make a post. Hey guys, I'm stuck on this. We'll come live that day. We'll come live that day. I'll come live that day. I'll message you. I'll do whatever I can to help you guys pass. You just have to let us know. Okay. Another thing you guys can do if you want to benefit yourself and the next person is leave as many reviews as you can. So you see that in this Facebook Live, you learned something. Let us know. Hey, thank you. I really learned a lot. And it's going to do two things. It's going to let us know, like I said, it's going to communicate with us, letting us know that, okay, we're hitting on the right topics that we need. And number two, there's about 1,000 people in this group. Okay, guys? And people are I would say not really scared, but they might be a little frightened to get started or to trust in the process. Okay. But if they see other people leaving good advice, okay, good comments, okay, they're gonna check that video out too. And you just help somebody else. All right. So that's why I said those posts, those comments are very important because it communicates not only to us, but it communicates to anybody else who needs help. All right. So please let us know anything you need help with. Let us know if we're doing a good job. We didn't do a good job. We take all types of compliments and comments. Okay. And just let us know. Really, let us know. All right. So like I said, I'll be back on here tomorrow. Let's see. What do I want to talk about tomorrow? Who said the first comment? Let's see. I'm going to go with the first comment on what they wanted to learn. And that was, let's see. Can I get a long drum roll, please? It looks like homeowners. I see homeowners, and then somebody said insurance regulations. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about. What is this today? Okay, so we're going to talk about homeowners tomorrow. Okay, we're going to talk about homeowners tomorrow. All right, and that should help you. And then maybe we'll talk about the next day insurance regulations. Just got to stay tuned. All right, but you're going to have these live videos available for the next couple of days. Take advantage of them. I might just take them down. Ooh, I might just take them down. Okay. So use these videos the most you can. All right. Use these videos as much as you can. But hey, it's still the week of giving love, showing love. So happy Valentine's week, everybody. I'm gonna come back tomorrow, same place, same time, in the comfort of my house, on Zoom through Facebook. And we're gonna do this all over again, and we're gonna go over homeowners. All right, so get prepared. There's going to be some more practice tests over there, and I'll give y'all some more gems about homeowners. But like I said, the most important thing that you want to do, sign up for our crash courses. Remember, if you have not taken a actual exam yet through Pearson View or whatever, or you haven't taken a 40-hour pre-licensing course, do not sign up for the crash course. You need to sign up for our 40-hour, okay? And mom can drop down the 40-hour price. Okay, our 40 hours. You get everything that's in the crash course too, but you just got us longer. You got us longer for more stories, more experiences, more examples. And I'm telling you, you're going to get it. All right, you're going to get it. And then you're on to the next step of making some money. All right, okay. But if you have, like I said, please, 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 please check out our crash course. If you're doing self-studying and you just don't want to do a 40-hour course yet, you don't want to do a crash course, I mean, hey, you got these lives you can look at that's going to give you as much information as I can give you. And, like I said, you could just let us know where you need help. But that's all I can do for you guys for today. Like I said, my name is the Insurance Plug. All right, that is the insurance professional, and I am out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.